So this kind of happened. Oh, and I'm building that. So recently I had somebody come to me and ask me whether or not I could upgrade their desktop. And I said, okay, I'll give it a go. You know, how hard could it be? So they bought this to me. It's like an old Think Centre looking bit of gear. Upon initial inspection I can see a little tab on the back of it's broken off, so I can't actually get into it. So, I'm not sure how I'm going to get into this. Actually. Hot as shit. Let's do a cool up. Yeah. Did the trick. Not entirely sure how I'm going to upgrade this. And the case is pretty flimsy. It's not made of very nice steel. I think I need to do a bit of a strength test on this before I decide to upgrade this to something meaningful. I've got a good idea. Yep, it's not going to work. So upon further inspection of the unit, there's definitely some defects in the steel. I shouldn't have been able to bend it like that. I mean, this, yeah, it's just tin steel. It's just not going to hold up, really. I need something a bit stronger. So since yesterday we determined that the other case wasn't going to be completely functional moving forward. I've decided to make an entirely new case. It's going to be just a little bit bigger, and I think what we're going to do is just improve the cooling slightly, and we're just going to get on to chopping up this piece of steel, and then we'll start welding everything together, and hopefully by the end of it we'll have something that resembles a case. Alright, so we've got all our bits of steel cut up here. We've got our glue gun. We're just going to tackle this together to begin with, just until we get the shape of it generally right. And then we'll clean the rest of these weld seams up, fully weld it all out, and then move on to the next step. What do you reckon, Poppy? We're going to give this one last go. Give this a clean. As we can see, this one's got a little bit of dust in there, so we'll just give it a quick clean.
White snow, red sky, blue chapel, so high. Blue eye, big cry, beware of the fox tonight.
Look how much cleaner that is. It's beautiful. Water-cooled power supply. Look here. Sit. Oh, he's a clever dog. Are you a clever dog? You a clever dog? Ta-da! So as you can see, I've welded up a fair bit of the case now. I've started working on the little control panel box that's going to house the on-off switch and the USB ports. I've welded up the majority of the main frame of the case, and then today we're going to get to working on how to mount the intercooler on the top. But first I thought, up ways, crooked ways, and then finally come up with flat ways. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a few pieces of this 50mm box section, and then we're going to make up a subframe that fits underneath the intercooler and box it all in. Alright, so here are the two panels that have just been knocked up. They're just tacked together for the moment for decorative purposes. But as you can see, the intercooler will sit here on top, and then it'll be all boxed in. Airflow will come up through the middle of the case, through the 180mm fans, and then out the top. Not entirely sure if I'll put some sort of shroud over the top of it to protect the fins. I probably will, or whether or not I'll put the fans on the top rather than the bottom and just use them as a protector.
Between the can never go back. Struggle to survive, and you're still alive. Carry on. Even if you've been misled, and all of your dreams are dead. Carry on. Even if you can't forget, take a quick look and settle your regrets. Laying out the bricks now, as if you need a wall to stop the fall. Your bones are not even broken yet, so push yourself through without your regrets. Carry on. Even if you've been misled, and all of your dreams are dead. Carry on. Even if you can't forget, take a quick look and settle your regrets.
Okay, so this sort of finishes up the intercooler mount. Pretty bloody happy with how that turned out. Actually, I'm pretty bloody happy with how the whole thing's looking. So we've got some more paneling to finish off. Some of these gaps and things I've got to cover over. I've actually come up with a bit of a cool idea. What I'm going to do down the back is there's two slots that are roughly 98mm wide. And I'm going to put a 92mm fan in that slot and then draw air from up underneath to then come up through the top into the intercooler hole, which I've left open. So as well as pulling hot air in from the case, it'll pull the cold air in from up underneath. What are you doing, Pop? What do you think? Poppy, wait, what do you think? Does it look good? It does, doesn't it?